Hello, good afternoon. My name is Anna. I'm speaking from Portugal, and I hope that everyone in this conference is okay and in good health. First things first. I would like to thank Dr. Charles and all the people involved in Eurasia for the invitation to be a keynote speaker in this conference, the fifth Singapore International Conference on Social Science and Humanities. Unfortunately, we cannot be in person in Singapore, which is a shame, I must say. But hopefully everything will be okay. And in the end of this year or in 2022, we can meet again in person. So um, I am here to talk about a very enthusiastic theme for me, which is CPD. CPD means continuing professional development. So my presentation today will be about how can CPD help to boost a career in any area. So if you allow me, I'm going to share my screen. And there you go. There's the presentation. So there's the title. Okay, so now, first things first, what is CPD? So there is a very cool definition by Professor Siobhan, where she says continuous professional development is the maintenance and enhancement of the knowledge, expertise, and competence of professionals throughout their careers according to a plan formulated with regard to the needs of the professional, the employer, the profession, and the society. So I have a couple of words here in this definition that are very important to me, but I would like to ask the audience if they can write down in a paper what are the main words in this definition. I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, thank you. Okay, hope you are already noting down some words. Okay, so now the words I think are the most important here are maintenance, enhancement, knowledge, expertise, competence, and plan. Why? Because you need to plan your CPD. And this CPD is the basis for you to obtain knowledge, to enhance your career, and to maintain your status or your career. I've said this definition is by Saldanha. She has a book, this one here, CPD for the Career Professional Development. And it's incredible. It's an incredible book. And I need you to all buy this one because this is a very, very good book. Okay, now let's go. 3 main topics in CPD, the C, the P, and the D. So the C stands for continuing, the P stands for professional, and the D stands for development. Okay, now let's go and get surgical about the 3 topics. Okay, first topic, continuing, which means continuous development. We cannot live and we cannot aspire to have a prolific and fruitful career if we don't have a continuous training, continuous learning, continuous development. Okay, we need to seek to improve knowledge, skills, and performance because that is going to make a difference in our careers and against our competitors, okay? Continuing because it's a regular investment of time and learning, as an essential part of professional life and not as an optional extra. Please, everyone listening to this, please do not see CPD as something that you really need to invest and that's boring and it's horrible and this is not an extra. CPD is essential, and please be careful where you invest your money in courses. Try to find recognized universities, associations, etc. Because this is a regular investment, as it says, of time in learning. And we all know that time nowadays, 21st century, time is money for all of us. Therefore, we need to be careful where we are investing our money and our time, because instead of being resting or with our family, we are learning. So be careful. Okay, Professional. Why professional? Because it stands for an active interest in the continuous development and improvement of self and others at both organizational and individual levels. The development professional is not only for us, but for the people who are around us. And it's to improve our lives and to improve ourselves as professionals and as people. Okay? Please don't forget that. Not only as professionals, but as people. And the learning objectives should be clear and serve individual and ideally clients and organizational needs. For example, I work as a translator. I am a big fan of CPDs, so each year I develop my CPD with everything I can. I have specific learning objectives. I am careful choosing the places I study, and my clients like this because they can see, okay, so Anna is interested in learning more. Anna is interested in getting more information about new trends in teaching, as I am a teacher also, in translation technology, etc. And this applies to all areas of knowledge. Okay, development. Okay, the last letter of the CPD slogan. Um, a realistic assessment of what needs to be learned, of course. I'm a translator, so I will not learn statistics, for example, because that's not incredible for my CV. In order to meet the demands of the ever-changing professional and business worlds. We all know that everything was changing fast, and now with the pandemic and everything online, everything is changing even faster. So please, realistic assessment is very, very important. Development is owned and managed by the individual. Learning from all experiences combined with reflection as a key activity. Of course, if we are going to study, if we are going to learn, we need to reflect on what we have done or on what we have learned. So we need to use our little gray cells, as Poirot would say at this time. Working effectively, inclusively with colleagues, clients, stakeholders, customers, teams, individuals, both within and outside the organization. We need to work as a real team. And we know, again, in this pandemic era, we are stuck in our houses, in front of our computers, using internet connections, that we need to know how to work with people. We are not the only ones in the world. And we know that in agencies, companies, businesses, there is a chain, a hierarchical chain of things. It happens the same in translation. I have final clients who hire translation agencies, who hire translators, and this is the hierarchy. Okay, so we need to be careful with that. And of course, inclusively, everyone has something to say. We cannot ignore people because we think, oh, yeah, that's boring. Maybe she or he doesn't know anything about this. We all know something about everything. So never exclude somebody. Never. Okay. Now the benefits of CPD, they are huge, and the list could be 100 hours. Um, of course, improve skills, because if we study, if we dedicate ourselves in a course, summer course, university, post graduation, master's, PhD, whatever, we improve our skills. If we improve our skills, we improve our knowledge, of course, because we can create more intrinsic ideas and more complicated ideas to explain something, and we can create new theories, we can create new trends, we can create new tools in our areas of interest. In my case, translation, as I've said previously. Networking is what we are doing here in this conference, because there will be people from different countries, different parts of the world, with different backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, and we are networking, of course. Better performance, because if you have the skills, if you have the knowledge, if you have the contacts, your performance will be incredible. Of course, if you have a good performance, a good base of contacts, knowledge, skills, your self-confidence will rocket till the sky, because you know what you're doing. You never think that, oh my God, what is going to happen? You'll never shake. You are certain. No, I've done this. I'm sure this is okay. And if you're sure this is okay because you have a better performance, the context, the knowledge, and the skills, of course, you have reduced levels of stress because you're not thinking, oh my God, am I going to make a mistake? Oh my God, did I fail on this? Oh my God, this is going to be a tragedy. And of course, if you have skills, if you have knowledge, if you have the context, sorry, if you have the performance, if you have the self-confidence, if you're not stressed at all with your work, you have a competitive edge. And this competitive edge will take you to the way of earning more money, because your earning potential will also grow because you are the best in your area. Okay, it happens the same in translation. An example, 8 out of 10 people who want to enter in the translation professional world do not make it. Why? Because they either do not have the skills, they do not have the knowledge. They don't have the right contacts, they don't have the performance, they don't have the self-confidence, they are always stressed, they don't have any competitive edge because they don't have the skills and they don't have the knowledge. So this is a vicious circle. And that's why people in the end quit. And I know it happens the same in other areas, not only in translation. Now, there are 4 styles of learning, according to Sirby, the book I showed you in the beginning. And she says there are 4 styles: the activist, the reflector, the theorist, or the pragmatist. The activist is when you learn by doing. Okay? The reflector is when you learn by observing and thinking about what happened. The theorist, when you understand the theory behind the actions. And the pragmatist, when you need to be able to see how to put the learning into practice in the real world. So me, Anna, I'm an activist and a pragmatist. Okay, I'm not a theorist at all, at least in my area of influence, which is translation / mentoring. So I'll give you 20 seconds, 30 seconds for you to write down again, sorry, what do you think are your styles of learning? Okay, go ahead. I'm leaving you the definitions here on the screen so that you can read, and you can pick as many as you want. Okay, go ahead. Okay, done. So, okay, I will ask in the end for everyone to share what are the styles that you identified as to be your own styles. As I said in the beginning, mine is activist and pragmatist. Okay. So now there is a very inspirational sentence that Dr. Neary wrote, and I think it fits in all kinds of jobs, careers, whatever. It says, if we don't know what the profession is, why it is a profession, and what our role is in its maintenance and development, then we cannot expect others to see this. Nor can we expect them to value what we do as professionals unless we maintain and develop our professional status. I think this sentence is quite clear for all of us, and we are going to discuss this sentence in the end. But anyway, just keep in mind the words, we cannot expect others to see this. If we not present ourselves as professionals with the adequate knowledge, with the adequate skills, with the self-confidence, with the adequate CV or resume, as you want to say, if we cannot maintain our professional status, no one will understand this, and we are not going to be valued. So please do that, okay? In the end, I will talk about your opinions, okay? What makes you a professional then? So that is the main question. Okay, we are professionals, but what makes us professionals? If we can manage relations, either in companies, either in big businesses, either with friends, either with family, either with co-workers, bosses. If we have constructive relationships, okay, if we can deal with conflicts, we are good professionals. If we can engage in reflective practice, we are good professionals. If we have critical thinking, for example, myself, Anna, I'm very critical about my work. And I'm always thinking, oh my God, what have I done? I hope this is okay. I don't have the lack of self-confidence in my work. I know that I have the skills and I have the knowledge because my CPD is perfect. I could do more, but I don't have any time to do more. And I am always criticizing myself. If we adopt, this is very important nowadays, adopt professional values and ethical standards, we cannot run over our colleague or our coworker or anyone else to reach the top. We need to be honest and we need to say, no, I'm going to get there with my effort and with my strength. Okay. Advocate the profession, as we were saying in the previous sentence by Professor Neary. If we cannot advocate our profession, no one will do that for us. So please, we need to maintain our professional status. Because, for example, in my case, I'm a translator. I'm always explaining to people what I do. And I'm always telling them I am a professional translator. But if you go to a doctor, the doctor is not a professional doctor, is only a doctor. If you go to the pharmacist, is not he or she is not a professional pharmacist, is just a pharmacist, or the lawyer, or the mechanic, whatever, or the dentist, whatever that is. So why do I have to stress the fact that I'm a professional translator? This is horrible. And this happens because most of my colleagues do not advocate the profession. They just don't care about the status. And that's why we are not recognized. Of course, we need to support research and developments. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm writing my PhD in translation, to support research and mentoring for translators. Of course, more than ever, respect human rights and diversity. We are not all the same. We have different kinds of thinking. We have different ideas and different perspectives, and everyone should respect everyone. Okay? Respect for all stakeholders, of course, and be part of the association. There are associations everywhere for everything. So if you can be an associate of an association, it's better for your CPD or for your CV. Okay. Also important to keep in mind regarding CPD, of course, mentoring is essential. I am a mentor and I know it is essential. Um, Mentoring is one of the arms of CPD. So please bear that. CPD needs, we need to know what we need. Okay. We need to know what we want. We need to know what we want to achieve. So we need to fight for that. We need to know what we can offer. As I was saying in the beginning, I cannot study statistics because I'm a translator. So I don't know nothing about numbers. Return on investment is something that lots of people get worried about. If you are going to invest in a course outside your country in a prestigious university, and if you are going to spend money, you need to think the following way. I'm spending this money, but I will earn it again. Not in 3 months, not in 6 months, maybe in 1 year, but the money will return to me because if I do this, I will get more clients. And if I get more clients, they will see that I'm a professional. And if they see that I'm a professional, they will send me more projects. Okay, so think about that. Networking, never forget that. Never. Social media, this is a point of controversy. I myself only use LinkedIn, but I know people who work with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and they have lots of projects they gain in the social media. So it depends, okay? And of course, international CPD, which mean conferences, workshops, webinars. That's what we are doing here. Unfortunately, as I was saying, we cannot travel to Singapore, but these are amazing tools for our resume. Amazing. Because if people see, okay, she's taking part in this, she or he, of course, okay, maybe she's good. I'm going to invite him or her to also this. Maybe she or he can be a good speaker. Or if you go to a workshop and if you dedicate yourself, and if you want to make a statement that I'm here, please listen to me, you will be noted. And the webinar is the same. If you take part in debates, in formal webinars, informal webinars, CPD webinars, everything. There are webinars for everything now because of the pandemic. So please take part in everything you can. Okay, so I'm leaving here the reference, which is this book, as I was saying in the beginning, CPD for the Community Development Professional, a handbook for enhancing practice. Sorry, the book is amazing. Please do buy it if you can. I think there's the Kindle version or electronic version or something. So the book is amazing. So please do buy it if you are interested. So thank you. This is my thank you note. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And so if you have any questions, please share your 4 learning styles. Which ones do you identify the most with? And you know that mine is activist and pragmatist. And I would like to hear your opinions about the learning styles. And it was great to be here again. Once again, thanks to all the people in Eurasia, Dr. Charles, everyone who invites me. People are very kind to me. And if you want to contact me, just I will share my LinkedIn link on the chat during the conference. And you can search for my name, Sofia Saldanha. Okay. And it was a pleasure to be here with all of you. So thank you so much. And I wish you a lovely day, lovely morning, lovely afternoon, depends on the time. And I'll see you in the next conference. Thank you.